Hi everyone, this is Johnnyonoes, and I'm playing Project Zomboid version 34.28. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how I'm grinding out three skills. First is farming, then cooking, and then sprinting slash fitness. So this is going to be a short episode. You're not going to see me do, I'm just going to do one cycle of the grinding that I'm doing. So you can see exactly how you build up these skills, and I'm going to make it so that you don't have to watch me do this for, I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 hours worth of grinding, but we'll see. So, grinding farming is probably the easiest skill to grind up. And carpentry was easy, but farming is almost even easier. The only problem is it requires a good amount of time, a timing game. Now, you can see my fully completed farm slash cooking area over here. We had a little bit of rain, so we have a little bit of rain in here, 4%. What you do when you're trying to grind out farming is that you want to. I know the inclination is to plant as many as you can, but you need some time in between different levels. So I started out by only planting 3. So it's been, I think it's like, this is the second day of me figuring out this grinding pattern. So what you need to do is just only plant like 3 or 4 plants at a time, and of course making sure that you have your modifier on your skill or multiplier on your skill. So in farming, I've got a multiplier 3 because I've read the farming book right here. And then you want to like increase it. So then I have another 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have another 6 for level 2. So you just have to wait a day in between each planting so that you have some time to read the next skill book. Now, in the case of Mr. Howard Johnson here, he didn't have that many packets of cabbages. So I think we only have enough for one more plot for today. This is like the 3rd day of my grinding. So I can show you. So if you open up your packets of seeds, you get about 50 of them. Each of the different plants require a different number of seeds. So cabbages require 9 seeds apiece. So you can get 5 plots down with each package. It says I can't mouse over it, but you can see on the right. It says minimum water, average time of grow 13 days. Wow, they really increased it. Average water 85, required seeds. So the packages themselves like really explain what you need. So you need at least over 85 water. So I'm going to plant these last 2 plots and show you how it's done. So I got my watering can here. It should be full. It is. Equipment primary. And then I just right click these guys here and go 100. Cabbages require a lot of water, so if you don't have like a full barrel, I'm kind of pushing the envelope here. If you don't have a lot of water at hand, you might want to either build a new rain collector barrel or do fewer cabbages at a time. Now the rain collector barrel, as it rains, it collects water. Duh. You can see the percentage here is 4%. Every time you need to take some water with your little watering can here, you're taking 10% from the barrel. And with the 10% that you're taking from the barrel, you can do 2 full plots of 100. So just think of the watering can as holding 10% of the barrel and 2 plants worth of watering. That's kind of how it works. I tend to make way too many rain collector barrels, as well as holding way too many watering cans. With this kind of algorithm of farming, you know exactly how many you need based off of how many plots you have. So we're tapped out in terms of cabbage seeds. So there's really nothing else I can do, but at least I have it staggered enough so that I'm going to get some skill every day. So these first 3 will be ready, and then these next 6 will be ready, and then the last 2 will be ready on the 3rd day. So based off of what we just saw from here, it looks like I've got about 13 days of waiting for these to grow. Now I've already created a fire pit here, or a campfire, so I can show you. Actually, I don't have enough water for that, but with the fire pit, all you have to do is, if you want to start making some clean water for yourself, collect the water using a cooking pot from the barrel here, and then just light the fire with. You could either use a sturdy stick with a knotted plank, and then some sort of kindling, whether it be you can use books, you can use papers, notebooks, or what's best is just use twigs. So if you're doing a lot of chopping down trees, every time you drop a tree, you can then pick up a twig or a branch or all that good stuff. So like I know I said that I can show you some cooking, but I think I've already made an episode about that, but I don't have anything to cook right now, so we're gonna have to wait till a later episode. But for sprinting, now sprinting, there's a couple ways you can what's the word? You can exploit sprinting skill, but I'm not gonna show you here. I mean, it's really easy. You just run against a wall. That's apparently the way some people do it. Now, sprinting skill goes up extremely slowly, and this is after like 2 days of just sprinting in this fashion that I'm going to show you. So 50 points is not a lot. So what I've done, and I tried that idea that I was talking about earlier about putting chairs in the middle of the street. Well, that's a terrible idea. I'll just say it right now. That was a terrible initial idea. Because of the fact that you can, if you rest in the middle of the road, there's a chance that a zombie's going to get you. So what I did was I made a little path for myself. And as you can see, I've been killing some zombies along the way. But really, all I'm doing is doing a big lap and going through the tavern here. On the other side of the tavern, there is a bed. There's beds in each of the rooms, but at least now I can rest in this room. So speed up time. And ready to go. Go out the window. I'm making sure that my encumbrance is high too, so that I can continue to gain strength through lifting heavy objects and running and moving. Yeah, didn't want it that heavy, but so yeah, I just do a big lap, and you gain again like 4 points with this lap. It's really not a lot, but even with a 75% modifier, this is what I'm getting. So I've got a lot of days to burn as well, and I've got plenty of food, and I'll have plenty more when the cabbages come. So then I move my little plastic chair up there, so I do my rope up, and then I rest. And then I do that over and over and over again until the cabbages are ready to be harvested and or consumed. So yeah, that's what the next, I don't know, I would say the next month in the game is going to be. So I'm just going to take a note here. So we're at month 1, first month, 7 days. So I'm thinking that I'm going to have to play at least a month more to get us to the point where we're all ready for farming. We've got 10 farming, hopefully 10 cooking. If I don't hit 10 cooking, I'll probably just do another whole batch of cabbages and slowly cook away. I'll create another video once we're ready. Once I'm ready to show you how the whole cooking piece goes. But for now, you guys probably don't want to watch me do that over and over and over again. But hopefully this gives you some idea for when you want to start grinding out these skills. And it doesn't seem all that fun, but it's totally worth it to have farming at 10. The reason being, the health of your vegetable starts off higher the higher your farming is when you plant it. The other thing is you get more information on your plots. Like right now, if I put my mouse over one of these plots, I get nothing. But at a higher farming level, you get the information right here on the mouse over. You get like a tooltip that pops up when you have high farming. So that's really helpful, especially if you're trying to make a lot of different plants at a time. The other thing is, once your farming hits 10, it's really clear like what the cycle is for each of your plants. So if you're gaining farming skill as you're planting, some plants will grow differently based off of your skill because of the health that it starts off with. So it really kind of solidates the solidates. I don't know if that's a word. Sorry. Um, it really makes the same. It makes the grow time the same. So that way you can then better logistically come up with how many do I need. Like there's no reason why I'd ever need this many cabbages. I'd probably only create 6 plots of cabbages to keep a cycle going. Now, if you've seen my farming logistics video, you can see that it's basically you plant every day, or every day that's the beginning of your cycle. And depending on your cycle, and what I mean by cycle is, if you have light eater, you really only have to plant like every 3 or 4 days. If you're heavy eater, you may need to plant every 2 days to keep up with your need for food. So you take your cycle, and then you just plant one of each day of the cycle, or each beginning day of the cycle. And then you get to the point where you're planting every 3 days, every 3, every 3, every 3, every 3, and then by the time you've planted one and then this one has finished growing, that's how you can tell how many you actually need. So I'm thinking that I'm probably only going to need 6 or 7 cabbages based off cooking every 3 days. So that's how you figure out how many you need, because it's so difficult. You're like, oh, I just need all the food in the world, and then you make like a 100-plot farm, and you're looking at hundreds and hundreds of rotten cabbages and potatoes, and yeah, it's just no fun. So hopefully that helps understand what I'm going to be doing for the next I think real hours. I'm looking at like 2 or 3 or 4 hours, so you're not going to see too many videos today because I want to get these all grinded out and ready to go. I did see a really funny video of someone that hacked 10 sprinting and then adrenaline junkie and then athletic, and you got to really look it up. I think it was on the Reddit, on the Project Zomboid Reddit. Just do a search for fastest way to train sprinting, and you'll see this video of a guy, and it looks like a 1930s Looney Tunes Looney Tunes cartoon. He's running so fast that he can drift, and the best part is he's running so fast that the zombies don't have enough time to grab him. So he's over at the mall, and he just runs through like hundreds and hundreds of zombies, and it looks amazing how the swarming mechanics look. But yeah, if you have really high sprinting, you can get to a point where you can actually run through zombie hordes. So I'm looking forward to trying to get my sprinting up, but I think it's going to be one of those things that I'd have to spend months in game training just to get to like 4 or 5. God forbid, even try to go for 10. But that's it from me. Any questions on farming, any questions on cooking, please leave in the comments, and I'll be sure to help you out with either a comment of my own, or if it's complicated enough, I can make a video just for you. Alright? This is Johnnyonoes playing Project Zomboid. Thanks for watching.